Welcome back to Newsday. The Senate on Thursday ordered the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control to enforce a total ban on the production and sale of alcoholic beverages in sachets and small plastic bottles by December 2025. The national lawmakers warned that no further extension of the deadline will be tolerated. The resolution followed the exhaustive debate on a motion sponsored by Senator Asukwo Ekpenyong, that's from Cross River South, who raised the alarm over NAFDAC's repeated extensions of the phase-out date. Now, despite the grave health and social risks posed by sachet packaged alcohol, Ekpenyong reminded the Senate that NAFDAC had initially fixed 2023 as the deadline before shifting it to 2024 and then later to 2025, a pattern he had said emboldened manufacturers to lobby for further delays. Well, Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us now to look at this and the need for proper regulation of alcohol consumption, especially at motor parks and amongst young people. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale.
Good afternoon.
How do you do?
Pleasure being as usual.
Absolutely. Now, this is definitely another very important issue. Sachet alcohol, apart from the health hazards, it also poses a major threat to the environment when it comes to processing this material, as it is plastic. How would you assess the rate at which it has been delayed, and now this decision by the Senate to curb that situation?
Well, maybe the Senate is given a futile directive, which NAFDAC is not ready to oblige. And the reason is not far-fetched. Consumer preference is part of the economic index of knowing whether a society is thriving or not. And people buy what they can afford and what gives them satisfaction, what has utility for them. It's not the duty of government to control that. But what they seem to be concerned with is public safety and accidents and the mortality rate from drunk driving. That is the duty of the police, not the duty of the National Assembly. Because if you look at it, the companies that produce and market this product know their target audience. Even though they are looking for profitability, people who can afford what they sell buy it because it gives them satisfaction for various reasons. If people overuse alcohol, let the law take its course. Because excess of anything is bad anyway. If you take too much water, you'll have diarrhea at the end of the day, even though it is supposed to give you value in terms of nutrition. So I think it is a misguided directive, which NAFDAC is trying politely but firmly to ignore. Not necessarily because he does not know how to go about it, because he knows it is not his purview to do it. It is the duty of the police. If drivers are getting drunk at car parks, people should apprehend them. You get me? Our local government people should come in and stop them from doing what they are doing. The Local Government Act is there for safe driving. Or if they are, the customers should even monitor and condition themselves as to which car or vehicle they should enter in the car park. Nobody wants to commit suicide. I've seen drivers who are drunk and people still enter the vehicles because they are in a hurry, and fatalities happen thereafter. Mm-hmm. So it is it's not a one-way street. It's not exactly a one-way public safety or accident preventing issue. It's larger than that.
Right. Usually, people will always have my own perspective to this, and I wanted to find out from you if you share that particular opinion. Is when things like this do come up, are you not just probably just addressing the problem, or just probably covering the problem without going skin deep to actually go to the root of the problem? Because people will say that rather than spend monies trying to do this, why wouldn't you spend monies educating the people, both the passengers and the drivers, of the ills of drunk driving, or when you drink and drive? Just like, for example, in Lagos State decided to ban styrofoam plastics. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't still stop, it hasn't reduced wastage. waste disposal or proper waste disposal in Lagos State. How do we go about this? Why don't we like to hit the nail on its head?
You say the legislature is to make laws for the safety of all of us. But they should not try to give orders that will not be obeyed, which is what they have done futilely. And like I said, NAFDAC is trying, because it is not his purview. You see, there are many unintended consequences if you do this sort of thing. There are people, I know some mechanics, before they start this day's work, they take this. So, and you see them, they are muscular people. Yes, so many people. They use it for vitality.
Yes.
But those who use it, even those drivers, maybe they are scared. They don't want to see the police and things like that, and they get into accidents. But these are used. And those companies producing these products, you get me? They have their target audience. They take it to where they are. They are in the car parks, they are in the mechanic workshop. So you must appreciate the marketing efforts of those people in making products that have utility for consumers. You cannot deprive of consumers their tastes or their wants or their needs once they can afford it. Those who are making those products are making it cheap so that some people who cannot afford the higher taste that you and I enjoy, get me, can have access to some good taste of life. You should not just totally deprive them of that. No, that's my bias against it. Let the National Assembly face the serious duty of giving all of us a safe environment to live and work in, and even to drinking without getting drunk. Then I will be happy with that. But it's an extravagant gesture, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not saying I'm happy. NAFDAC is rejecting it. It is pragmatically, but diplomatically, if you can do both together, not going ahead with the directive. Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, especially because whenever there's a vacuum in society, it's going to be filled by something is going to fill it up, right? Now, definitely, this also speaks to the level, it's not unemployment, but the way we work, right? The young people and how they work and how they always find a way to fill the unemployment vacuum. Now, we spoke about... Exactly. We spoke about where to find these commodities. You find them in car parks. You find them in places that have bus terminals. You find them in the marketplaces as well. And you find both men and women taking this thing alike.
It's now, for the poor and needy.
The point is, there's definitely a vacuum that has been created there that these manufacturing, because like you rightly just said, it's for the, I wouldn't even say it's for the poor and needy.
They can afford it.
I would say it is basically for people who feel the need to, for lack of a better word, check by at a certain point in time during the day and do it multiple times. Who cannot afford your typical bottle or your typical, whole...
At those prices.
At those prices. Now, taking away the market for these sachets is where I'm coming from, right? How do you think that is going to affect the fact that some of these people at the end of the day need these drinks?
Look,
they are endorsed by celebrities as well. These drinks, like you rightly said, have a huge marketing drive. Most of them are bitters, and the marketing for most of these bitters is loud.
Can I address your concern?
Yes.
You say we are providing employment for youths. You don't want youths to be angry. You don't want them to be idle. And you see, the companies that produce these products, they have done their research. And they know the markets. They know the needs and wants and demands of people. And they do it in such a way that they know the age of some people having preferences for some products. Get me? So it's not as if they are doing it half-heartedly. And they know where to do the service delivery or products delivery. So they have a market. If people abuse the use of the product and misbehave, that is a law enforcement issue. You get me? NAFDAC is dealing with narcotics, serious business. This does not fall under the realm of narcotics, unless you don't want people to enjoy their life with the money they have or to buy products that is affordable. that is outside the purview of the National Assembly. You get me? And people have a choice on what they want to eat or drink, and that must be respected.
All right, so just to wrap it up quickly, just what's the difference between this move by the National Assembly and the sugar tax that was introduced sometime in 2021, and people said it's absurd? Okay.
They are the same thing. They are extravagant gestures. Okay. You get me? That go outside the purview of the National Assembly. Right. Let them face the serious business of legislation.
All right.
Right.
I want to say thank you very much.